Today I am shooting my 1949 Winchester 94. So that puts it at 76 years old. It's obviously been well loved at some point in its life. This thing was someone's, right hand. I haven't done a lot of shooting with it. I've probably put a box or two of ammo through it total in the year or two that I've had it. Got it from a friend of mine. I actually traded this rifle and he had a whole bunch of old ammo. Traded this rifle and a bunch of ammo for an old square body that I had. It was starting to rust and it had some issues, and I just didn't have the time to work on it. And a buddy of mine had this rifle that I wanted, so we just traded straight across. So today the ammo that I'm going to be shooting is this Federal 170 grain soft point high shock. From what I can find online about this ammo, it's from around 1975, so that puts it at 50 years old, and it's pretty neat looking stuff. It's got a little bit of discoloration toward the tip of the bullet there. They all look like that. Just this box, I've got some more of this stuff, and it doesn't have that discoloration. So I decided, let's just try to shoot this stuff up and see how it does at longer ranges. I've got a C-zone steel target up at 286 yards, and I'm going to see if I can ring some steel with it. So let's get glasses on. I'm not going to shoot from a bench because realistically, if you're shooting a lever action 30-30 with iron sights, are you going to be shooting a deer from a bench? No, you're probably going to be sitting or even standing, and you're just going to have to take a quick shot. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm just going to sit here. Don't know how many rounds I'll load up here. 5 ought to do it for now. And I will adjust the rear sight. Come on. There we go. Okay, I've gone to the second to top notch for 286, 170 grain bullet. I'm sure this stuff is dropping pretty good at that range. But if you know anything about 30-30, it's not, a super flat shooting cartridge. Typically people, if they're shooting deer, they'll stick to 100 yards and in with something like this. But I'm just curious, if I can make a first round hit on a C-zone steel target at this range, then shoot, I would definitely feel comfortable shooting a deer at 200, but we'll see. I might completely fumble this. So let's see what we can do. Oh, I saw it. Just over the shoulder. Need to hold a little lower. There it is. That's not too bad. Oh, over the shoulder again. Yep. Can we get 2 in a row? I would really like to see that. Can't tell with that one. So, 2 out of 5. With some practice, I'm sure I could get that down a whole lot better. curious what the heck is going on with that. Well, I pulled that out of the box, and I'll show you another one. It's like the tip fell off or something. I don't think it's smashed. I think it's quite literally just I think it, where the copper is, kind of crimped that lead a little bit. I think it's literally just fell off. So we're probably dealing with 160 grain or something like that. Let's see what that one does. No idea. I'm curious. I've got the tip of the rifle is out in the sun, but it's got this hood on here, and I think this hood should just slide right off. Just wiggle that thing off of there. There we go. Just take that hood off, and that should expose that nice, pretty brass front sight out in the sun. Oh yeah. Let's see what that does. It may hurt because I'm shooting a white target with a bright brass bead. It might be better if it was blacked out. No, that worked. Hope the video is picking this up because that thing is smacking that steel. No. I can tell this wind is still blowing me around a little bit. Let's try sucking my knee up a little bit more. There we go. Man, I just can't get two in a row. Man, I'm gonna go ahead and just put this back on. Oh, I heard it hit. I think I literally just shaved that bullet in half because I heard a slight tink and then I saw some dirt kick up like 3 feet off to the right of it. So I think it literally skimmed off the side of that plate. This is just a C-zone target, so it's not huge. You're looking at the vitals of a deer or a man, depending on what you're wanting to do here. using a 6 o'clock hold. So I'm holding just under the target a little bit. Got 2 more rounds left. Hey, there we go. Alright, last one. Last one, and it's all discolored. She's doing pretty good for an old 76-year-old rifle and 50-year-old ammo. Dang it. I saw it just off the shoulder. I wonder if that is just a hair too high. I bet you I could go a notch down and just almost cut the target in half, maybe on the lower quarter. I bet you I'd still be hitting it. But yeah, that's the rifle. Just a good old Winchester 94 30-30. Been a lot of rounds fired through these rifles. They're pretty neat. It's a little piece of history right here. And this one, you can tell, I mean, all the bluing has gone off of it. Someone has definitely carried this a lot in the woods over the years. Don't know by who. I don't know the history of the rifle. I just looked up the serial number and saw that it was a 1949. So the stories that this rifle could tell, you know, it's just pretty neat. So I'll leave that there. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good day.